Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Samad here from VBind Education Technologies, Mumbai. And as you know, VBind brings industry experts live into your classrooms. And for today's session on visual analytics, we have got Mr. Siddhart Paliwal as the speaker for today. With a vast experience of more than 7 years, he is here to educate us on what visual analytics is all about. So this is a relatively a new topic for the students. This is a topic, this is a field which has been relatively very new for the academia. However, there is a huge industry out there in the corporate world. So without any further delay, I invite Mr. Siddharth to take over and educate the students on what visual analytics is all about. Over to you, sir. So a quick
Nice to
update
meet
on
you.
the list of colleges that is online. We have got Delhi Institute of Advanced Studies. We have got D.Y. Patil College of Engineering. We have got MIT College. We have got Purnima University, Rajasthan. And there is one more college who will be joining us shortly.
Okay. So is my video and audio? Hello?
Yeah, your video and audio is good, sir.
Okay. So, okay. Thank you, Samad. Hello, friends. I'm Siddhart Paliwal. On behalf of Clover Infotech, it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all in today's webinar on visual analytics. It is gratifying to note that today's webinar agenda covers a wide range in terms and tools related to visual analytics. I'm confident that this webinar ends up technical conclusions on the subject of visual analytics. I will take you to PowerPoint presentation now. Hello.
Yes.
Can we see the screen?
Yes, it is visible now.
Okay. So the agenda of today's webinar includes introduction to visual analytics, career in visual analytics, analytics at Clover Infotech, then a brief introduction about what is data visualization, charts, tools, and principles associated with it, followed by dashboard and its principles with data visualization tools. In day-to-day life, we have heard about big data, data analytics, visual analytics. So what are these terms? What exactly these terms mean? Big data is a term that describes large volume of data. The data is so large and complex that the processing applications are inadequate for storing, sharing, and analyzing the data. Analytics is the discovery, interpretation, and communication of meaningful pattern in data. Data analytics is the science of examining raw data with the purpose of drawing conclusions about that information. It is used in many industries to allow companies and organizations to make better decision making. Big data analytics is the process of examining large data sets to uncover hidden patterns, unknown correlations, market trends, customer preferences, and other useful business information. What is visual analytics? Visual analytics is the science of analytical reasoning supported by interactive visual interfaces. It is the presentation of data in a pictorial or a graphical format, which enables decision makers to see analytics presented visually, thus can grasp difficult concepts and identify new patterns. So this is an example of visual analytics. This visualization represents endangered safari. We are visualizing variety of animals here. We can see a map at bottom. It tells us where we find these animals on the map. We wanted visualization which tell us about population of animals in particular location in which category they belong to. We have categorized these animals into critically endangered, vulnerable, new threatened, and least concerned. So, if the population is increasing, we are least concerned, and at the same time, we would sorry. So, if the population is increasing, we are least concerned, and at the same time, we would like to visualize critically endangered animals. To add more sense to this particular visualization, we have added colors and used their face direction. So if the direction is in the left, the population of that particular species is decreasing. Similarly, light indicates that the population is increasing. We'll select one animal. Lion. Now we can see that the population is decreasing and it belongs to vulnerable category. On map, we could see the places where we can find it. So in one picture, we have visualized our analysis on endangered safari. Found interesting? So now to make it more interesting, we'll talk about career in visual analytics, which is the most important aspect the students will be looking at this point. So it's said that data is useless if we don't find skills to analyze it. In this graph, we can see that the percentage of job posting, that is job opening in the market. This proves that there is a growing trend, and as a result, there is a steady increase in number of job opportunities. We would like to know use of visual analytics across industries also. So visual analytics is used everywhere. We talk about energy, manufacturing, consumer, healthcare, technology, banking. Everywhere it is used. Pictures speak for itself. It's surprising that visual analytics is a key factor in better decision-making capabilities. And yes, the important factor, salary. So if we talk about salary aspects, whether you become a consultant or an engineer, data analyst, the range start from minimum of 5 to 9 lakh rupees. And as very well said by a great man, that a good start is half work done. Analytics at Clover Infotech. We at Clover Infotech ask right question to business and arrive at answers. Analytics is subclassified into descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, prescriptive analytics. In descriptive analytics, we empower decision makers with data through visualization. In predictive analytics, we help business leverage statistical modeling and machine learning to identify patterns and trends that can be used to know the probability of future, thus anticipating critically challenges in advance. So basically, we are telling what will happen. In prescriptive analytics, we go a step further to define a curative measure for anticipated challenges. So we can be an acceleration partner at any phase of analytics adoption journey. In this webinar, we are emphasizing on descriptive analytics, that is, empowering decision makers with data through visualization. What is data visualization? In the picture, we can see man facing towards spreadsheets and facing towards the graphical objects. Human brain processes information using charts and graph to visualize large amount of complex data. It is quick and easy way to convey concepts in universal manner, which can be experimented with different scenarios by making slight adjustments. It identifies areas that need your attention or improvement. It clarifies factors influencing behavior. We need this as it is much more easier than poring over spreadsheets or reports. We will look into different kinds of charts now. Data visualization charts. Bar chart. A bar chart consists of vertically or horizontal bars that represents quantitative data. We can use bar charts to compare data that is aggregated by distinct values of a category. On x-axis, we have scaled expenses and revenue. And on y-axis, we have facility region. So for a specific region, we can view what are the expenses and revenue. Next is line chart. A line chart shows the relationship of one or more measures over some interval of time. So we have mapped from 2001 to 2009 expenses and revenue of a company. In this chart, we can visualize expenses and revenue, that there is a correlation between my expenses and revenue. When my expenses are falling, my revenue is falling. So we would like to know if there is any specific reason between these two. Correlation matrix. A correlation matrix displays degree of correlation between multiple intersections of measures as a matrix of rectangular cells. Each cell in the matrix represents the intersection of two measures. And the color of the cell indicates the degree of correlation between those two measures. Thus, this graph shows that there is a high correlation between expenses and revenue, which we were talking about. Next is area chart. We can transform our line chart to area chart by shading the area under line. So in this chart, it is easy to tell that the companies in technology sector raised more capital than real estate. Next is geomap. When we have any kind of location data, whether it is a postal code, state, country, we got to see our data on map. You wouldn't leave your home to find a new restaurant on a map, would you? So we can demand the same with our data visualization tools. Next is tree map. These charts use a series of rectangles nested within other rectangles to show hierarchical data properties to the whole. Through each rectangle size and color, we can see pattern across our data. Gauges. A gauge display the status of measure or variable in relation to target, goal or interval. To achieve this goal, which is familiar to users. So next is bubble chart. With varied size of circles, size and color of the circles, we can quickly compare. So on x-axis, we have consumer rating, and on y-axis, we have revenue. The color of the bubble represents the product, and the size of the bubble represents the production cost. Word cloud. A word cloud displays a set of words from a character data item. The size and color of each word in the cloud can indicate the importance. If we want to analyze customer sentiments from their tweets, this chart is recommended. Box and whisker plot. Box and whisker plot are an important way to show distribution of data. The whiskers can also be used to show the maximum and minimum points within the data. For example, we can track average delivery minutes of a food item in different branches of restaurant. We can draw insight by analyzing available data of the square mall that takes an average of minimum to 10 to maximum of 13 minutes to deliver a food item. For example, a coffee or a burger. Data visualization principles. So far, we have talked about different kinds of graphs. It is required to note the principles behind using these graphs. First thing, the graph should convey meaning. A simple example shows the power of title and access labels to make it clear to the user why they are viewing this particular chart. So on the left chart, we are not able to understand properly of what technical terms we are talking about. But when we look on the right chart, we see that we are talking about call center region and call center location. And as the title say, call volume by center and time of day. Second, objectivity. In the first chart, we can see our data points between 30 to 50. To make it more clear, To make it more clear, in second chart, we have adjusted y-axis scale. But in third chart, it satisfies our need. That is, it mentions clear range between 32 to 46. So by adjusting the scale and time period, we can manipulate our data. Last but not the least, encouraging interaction. We should use interactive charts in our dashboard. We can make filters on dates, quarters, so that we can view specific part of our data. So here are some data visualization tips. We should choose the right chart type of our matrices for right message and audience. We should make our critical data points stand out and speak for themselves. We should select styling and formatting options that enhance information absorption. Should add clarity to our charts with contextual aids and annotations. We should make our visualization shareable to inform and influence more people. We should make our charts interactive to enable quick discovery of insights. Our data visualization should efficiently communicate the key takeaway of our charts. So now, what is a dashboard? A dashboard is a visual display of the most important information needed to achieve one or more objectives, consolidated and arranged on a single screen so the information can be monitored at a glance. So far we have seen so many charts. We have arranged those charts in one place called dashboard.
Siddhart, sorry to interrupt you. I think we have got a question from Purnima University. Would you like to take this question right now or post the session?
After the session, okay. I would appreciate.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, to achieve meaningful dashboard, we need to follow some principles. First thing is the 5-second rule. Dashboard should provide the relevant information in 5 seconds. This is the amount of time one should need to find the information while examining the dashboard. Of course, ad hoc investigation will obviously take longer, but the most important matrices, the one that are most frequently needed for particular dashboard, should immediately pop from the screen. Second, logical layout. Dashboard should always have a logical layout. So at the top, like as an inverted pyramid, we should have what is most worthy of what we are talking about, when and where. In the middle part, we can have our important details. And at the end, we can have our general information. Last, minimalism. So less is more. We should not have more than 5 to 9 visualization on a particular dashboard. The dashboard screen should not look cluttered. It should be neat and clean, and it should convey meaning properly. So we have talked about data visualization, charts, principles behind dashboard. Now we will talk upon data visualization tool. In market, we have so many tools available to prepare dashboards. We have SAS Visual Analytics, Tableau, Click, Pentaho, and many more actually. So looking into SAS Visual Analytics. SAS Visual Analytics is a rich collection of web interfaces for administration, ETL, data exploration, report building, and report viewing. We can explore all our relevant data smartly, quickly, and easily. And how it is done is the data is actually loaded into memory. So the result is a faster response, as data access from memory is dramatically faster than data access from hard disk. So it enables us to gain insight from all our data, no matter the size of the data, with no need to subset or sample the data. It is an integrated suite of web applications that offer intuitive drag and drop interaction rapidly with highly visual responses and role-based access to functionality. Tableau. Tableau is a highly scalable client-server architecture that serves mobile clients, web clients, and the desktop installed software. Tableau Desktop is the authorizing and publishing tool that is used to create shared views on the Tableau server. We can share our Tableau workbook from Tableau server. It comes with a desktop and a server version. We can view all the dashboards in a mobile device. In Tableau, we have Tableau Public. So we can upload our data and visualize and store the final dashboard on the Tableau Public server. Tableau Reader is to read the Tableau desktop files. This is an example of Tableau dashboard. This dashboard is based on the dummy data for CCD. It is a business diagnostic dashboard. So when we look on this particular dashboard, we can see that on first chart, we are viewing the outlet performance of the 4 distinct CCD outlets. So we can see that this particular outlet, that is the Square Office, is generating more revenue than it compared to all other outlets. These are clickable logos. So when we click, we can see the time at which the orders are placed in CCD with respect to the gender. So we can see that at 1 p.m., there are a maximum number of customers in the outlet. At the bottom, we can see the revenue and the headcount. We have selected 2 weeks of data. So we can compare data of 2 weeks. Here, there was a slight rise on 14th January. We would like to know why that there was more number of headcount or revenue on this particular day. So it could be because of Makar Sankranti festival, because of which more customers have stepped into the outlet. And similarly, we can see that footfall is comparatively more in the first week of month. So this was an example of a business diagnostic dashboard. So hope you guys have enjoyed. I would like to answer your questions now.
Thank you, Mr. Siddharth, for the session. Now we are open for question and answer from the students. So we already have one question from Purnima University
Yes.
on the screen. Can you please help with the chat box?
Uh, I cannot see that.
So just beside at the lowermost panel, there is share screen option, green colored logo.
Yeah.
Just beside that, there is a option for chat. So I think you have to first
Stop
stop.
share.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I've stopped sharing. Yeah, I can see the chat.
Okay.
Okay. So, how is data shared by a client to Clover Infotech? How is raw data converted to visual data? Please explain bubble chart with an example. So, I'll answer this question as how is raw data converted to visualized data? So, yeah, so we have our raw data. By use of ETL tools, we prepare a data set. Final data set is being prepared from available data, which consists of specific fields which we require for our dashboard. So after preparing that particular data, we import that complete data set into our visualization tool, say SAS Visual Analytics or Tableau. And from there, we can drag and drop and prepare the visualization on that particular data. If we talk about bubble chart, so as I've explained in my PowerPoint presentation, we have seen the revenue and the region on x-axis and y-axis, and we have our products in distinct size, in varied colors and size of that bubble. So in bubble chart, the size of the bubble was representing the revenue, and the color of the bubble was representing a particular product. I hope this bubble chart is clear now. Hello?
Yes, the student from Purnima University, please answer the question or just type it out. Does that answer your question? I think it was Ankit Shah from Purnima University.
Yes. Thank you.
Of course. Visual analytics, I'm answering the question of Rajat Khanna. So he's asking about if visual analytics is used in education sector. Of course, visual analytics is used in education sector too. We can visualize any kind of data, provided the data is in a particular format and it can be converted into a data set, then we can analyze any kind of data. So visual analytics is everywhere today. Samad, I think I've answered the question.
Yes. Any more questions from Delhi Institute of Advanced Studies? Okay. More question from Purnima University.
Yeah. So the question is regarding free tools to learn visual analytics. Yes, there are free tools. You can learn visual analytics through Pentaho. The community version is free version for us, and the Tableau public is also free for us. So we can download these two tools. These are free. We can download them and we can upload our data and visualize that data. The thing is that in the Tableau public, the data will be saved on the public server, so we should not share our confidential data in it. But yes, for learning purpose, it's very good.
I hope that answers your question, Janvi. Any more question from Delhi Institute? From DY Patil College? So if you can please help the students on what are the skill sets or the courses exactly that is required to be a data scientist or to get into the field of visual analytics.
Yeah. There are actually many courses running in market with respect to data science, decision scientist. But I would recommend you guys to go through some programming languages right now, say R, Python. So these are very good programming languages. We can handle a large amount of data in it, and these are good programming languages to analyze our data. And we can even prepare the final data from these particular tools, programming languages, and that can be imported into visual analytics. Yes, we can, to answer the question of Anita, we can reduce the noise from data before visualization by cleaning that particular data. So for this particular thing, we need tools like R, Python, base SAS. So these are the tools in the market which cleans up that particular data so that the final data doesn't contain, say, missing values, duplication. So these type of things are being removed from the data, and this particular data is ready for analyzing now.
Students,
Hello?
any questions for Mr. Siddharth here? Questions from DY Patil? Any questions from SNJB College of Engineering? I think since this was the first session and a very new introduction to visual analytics, the students are still getting to understand what this is all about. And okay, we have got one more question from Purnima. So let's take up this as the last question.
I cannot see the question, Samad.
Maybe they are just typing the question. They are using the chat.
Okay. 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 Yeah. So the question is regarding Twitter and Facebook live streaming data. Yes, we can import live data from Twitter and Facebook by using specific APIs. So for Twitter and Facebook, we have API, and from that particular API, we can download the complete tweets and the post of the Facebook page, and then we can analyze that particular data.
So I guess this was the last question from the student side. Okay, so this is, I think, the last question, and I hope the students have very well understood what data visualization is. Although this was just a glimpse of what the whole industry is all about, We cannot educate the students on the intricacies and in depth about visual analytics and data visualization. But here is just a glimpse, just to initiate the spark among the students on what the field is all about and where your career can go up to. So thank you very much, Mr. Siddhart Paliwal, for coming online on VBind and educating the students on data visualization. Thank you very much for sharing your time, your knowledge, and your experience.
Thank you, Samad. I should like to wish best of luck to all the students, and I hope that these guys would have found this webinar interesting.
Sure, sir. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, all the colleges, for participating. So this is how we are trying to make you understand various fields in technology or management domains which are not in the books right now, but which are making a wave in the corporate world. So this was data visualization from VBind. And as you know, we also have certificates. You can visit our website, register yourself, and download the free certificate which is available. And you can always come up with more questions. We'll be diverting those questions to Siddhart or any other mentor or master that is online, that is available with us on VBind. Thank you very much for joining in. Have a nice day.